GM Chads and Deegans, welcome to today's automated crypto news flash. This AI-generated video will provide you with a brief overview of the most recent developments in the cryptocurrency space. Coinbase has announced that its Layer 2 blockchain, Base, built with Optimism's OpStack, will be open to the public on August 9th. The blockchain went live for developers in July for testing applications. Starting Thursday, users will be able to bridge their Ether, ETH, to Base. Over $68 million worth of Ether has already been bridged to the network. The public launch of Base is part of Coinbase's mission to bring the next billion users and million builders onto the blockchain. The launch comes as Coinbase prepares to report its second quarter earnings and initiates the On-Chain Summer event in collaboration with companies like Coca-Cola, Atari, and OpenSea. Venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz is also working on its own Layer 2 rollup, called Maggie, using the OpStack. This article has been published by Coindesk.com. In a recent video promoting merchandise for his re-election campaign, United States President Joe Biden unknowingly featured a coffee mug with his face donning laser eyes, a popular symbol used by Bitcoin enthusiasts to showcase their bullish outlook for the cryptocurrency. The laser eyes meme emerged as part of a movement on social media to drive Bitcoin's price to $100,000 by the end of 2021. While the mug's design seems to be in reference to Biden's meme-based online alter ego, Dark Brandon, the crypto community took the opportunity to humorously interpret it as an accidental endorsement of Bitcoin by the president. Despite the amusement, Biden's administration has been criticized by some in the crypto community for its stance on cryptocurrency, including controversial tax proposals and other perceived anti-crypto efforts. This article has been published by Cointelegraph.com. In response to the recent exploits that hit Curve Finance's pools and resulted in a loss of around $70 million worth of crypto assets, Curve Finance, Alchemix, and Metronome have jointly announced a resolution initiative. They are offering the hackers a 10% bug bounty as a reward, urging them to return the remaining 90% of the stolen funds. The protocols have given the hackers until August 6 to accept their offer, with the promise of no further legal or law enforcement actions if they comply. However, if the hackers refuse the offer, the bounty will be expanded to the public, and the full 10% will be offered to anyone who can identify them, leading to their conviction. Direct communication with the hackers has been established, and the protocols are hoping for a civilized resolution to the situation. The exploit's vulnerability in Viper, called a reentrancy bug, allowed hackers to drain stable coin pools on Curve, creating significant chaos in the DeFi ecosystem. This article has been published by CryptoDaily.co.uk. Coinbase, the cryptocurrency exchange, reported a narrower loss in the second quarter of the year, with revenue coming in at $707.9 million, down 12% from the same period last year but exceeding analysts' estimates of $631.2 million. The net loss decreased to $97.4 million, well below the expected $172.9 million and last year's deficit of $1.1 billion. Interestingly, Coinbase earned 51% of its net revenue from subscriptions and services, totaling $335 million, which surpassed transaction revenue for the first time. Trading volume on Coinbase's platform fell to $92 billion from $217 billion a year earlier, despite a rebound in crypto prices during the quarter. The company is also facing a lawsuit from the SEC, which alleges that at least 13 tokens on Coinbase's platform are securities and accuses the exchange of failing to properly register with the agency. Coinbase is set to submit a brief to the court to ask for the lawsuit's dismissal. This article has been published by Forbes.com. ProShares and Bitwise have both filed applications with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for exchange-traded funds, ETFs, that would offer exposure to both Bitcoin and Ether. ProShares' filing is for the Bitcoin and Ether Equal Weight Strategy ETF, aiming to track the performance of the Bitcoin and Ether Equal Weight Index. Bitwise, on the other hand, has filed for the Bitcoin and Ether Market Weight ETF, seeking to provide investors with capital appreciation based on the market cap of the two cryptocurrencies. Additionally, Bitwise has filed for an equal weight version of its dual Bitcoin and Ether futures ETF. This comes as the crypto industry awaits the potential approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF by the SEC, which has so far approved only derivative-tied Bitcoin futures ETFs. This article has been published by theblock.co. That's all for today, folks. If you liked this crypto news flash, consider helping out the channel by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. All links to the articles mentioned in the video can be found in the description. Please remember that this video is provided for informational purposes only and not intended as investment, financial or other advice.